welcome to today's video. So I'm doing a tutorial today on this look. We are going to play with some new makeup today. I recently showed you guys some new makeup and some haul videos, and a lot of you guys said you wanted to see them apply and demo them, so we're going to do that today. I also picked up the new Natasha Denona palette. This is the green brown palette. There are two different color palette options. Look at how stunning these colors are. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. So today is the second day only that I've been using this palette. I did a look yesterday with this green shade right here. If you follow me on Snapchat, you saw it. But I did a look on that yesterday. It came out really pretty, but I just wasn't feeling it. Like the whole day of doing makeup yesterday was just like a disaster. So I'm scrapping that video and we are doing another look today with this palette. So the one thing I did notice yesterday when I was playing around with these shadows were that they do give some fallout. So I did notice that yesterday. They kind of trickled on down to my foundation and just kind of made a mess of things. So I was talking to Wayne Goss this morning. We were texting back and forth. So I was asking him for some tips, some of his professional tips on what to do about this fallout situation. So basically he just said the best thing to do is to do your eyes first and like foundation and everything second, which is totally out of my comfort zone. I never do that, but I'm doing that today. So we shall just see how that goes. So if you want to stick around and see me play with some new makeup, check out this Natasha Denona palette, then just keep on watching. But actually I'm going to apply my lip enhancer. I always put this on like while I'm doing my makeup. It's like one of those Clinicians Complex, the lip enhancer that I talk to you guys about all the time. My lips are addicted. This is like anti-aging for your lips, and it just like really softens your lips. So I always apply this. I apply this at night, every night before bed. This is the almost nude shade, but I always apply this like while I'm doing my makeup too. Okay, so before I start with the eyes today, I'm gonna take the Dolce & Gabbana, the Nude Perfect Mono Cream Eyeshadow, and we're gonna prime the lids with this. This is my all-time favorite thing to use just to even out my skin tone on my eyes and just to give it like the perfect primer. So I just take this brush. All links to brushes and everything will be down in the description box. But I'm just gonna take this and just kind of go over the entire eye. Okay, this feels really funny doing my eyes first. Like usually I have my brows on, and now I just have like the craziest ugly brows, but that's all right. We're totally doing the eyes first today. So I'm gonna take the Natasha Denona palette, and I'm gonna take the shade right here, and it's in the shade called Aluminum. It's like a really pretty, kind of like taupey silver. It just looks so gorgeous. So we're gonna use that today, and I'm hoping this look comes out better than the one that I did yesterday that I just did not like. So let's take that aluminum shade. I'm going to apply that in the lid, but before I do that, I'm gonna take my MAC palette, because as you can see, this one doesn't have a lot of like matte crease colors. So this is more of like an eyelid palette. So I'm just gonna take my little MAC palette here that I have some of my favorite shadows in, and I'm going to apply this one right here. That is in the shade Espresso. I'm gonna use that matte shade in the crease. This might be easier doing your eyes first, because that way you can just totally clean everything up at the end. So hopefully this works out and I can start doing it like this, because that would just make things a lot easier. I always just feel weird doing my eyes first, you know? Like I feel like I need to see like foundation and brows on, but let's see how this goes. Okay, so we're gonna take the Natasha Denona palette now, and we are gonna go into that aluminum shade. Let's test out this color. I have not used this color yet. So that is this shade right here. It looks so pretty, so fingers crossed. All right, I'm just gonna take my brush and let's just lightly dab into that palette, because like I said, these shadows are so soft. I'm just gonna brush off any excess, because this is more of a sparkly shadow too, so I can tell it's going to give me some fallout. So let's just apply that. I'm just gonna kind of dab it on to my eyelid. Do you guys see that color? Oh my gosh, it is really, really stunning, like so pretty. So like I said, these shadows are really great. They will give you some fallout, because from what I've heard, they're like pressed pigments. So they are like very pigmented, but that color is beautiful. So I just swatched it on my hand, because I'm like, what color is that? Like it's definitely a silver color. Like in the little pan thing here, it definitely looks more of like a taupey silver, but that is pretty doggone silver to me. So it definitely is silver. So going for the silver look today. So that's why I wanted to see kind of like what exactly color it is, so I can see what I want to use in the outer V. So I'm just going to try this. We are just trying all kinds of new stuff today. I'm just going to try this shade right here, this like brown shade, it's not a super shimmery shade. It just has like a slight sheen to it, which I'm okay with for the outer V. It's the shade called Smoky Quartz. I just want to try it and see what it looks like, and we're gonna put that kind of in the outer V. I think it's a pretty color, so let's just try it out. I told you guys with my tutorials, I just kind of try stuff just like I would if I was sitting here by myself trying makeup on like you guys do. You know, you just sit around and try makeup. Like, I don't plan tutorials. Is that a bad thing? I just kind of try stuff with you guys, and I like to do that because I'm not a makeup artist. I am just like you guys that just likes to play with makeup. So yeah, I can't talk and do this at the same time. That's another thing I found out about doing videos. Certain points of makeup, it's like really hard to talk and like do your makeup. This color is really pretty. So I'm just gonna I'm just doing it really slowly because I don't want to like go crazy overboard with like a color that I don't know yet. We are just gonna work that into the outer V. And like I said, the good thing about doing your eyes first, I can already tell, is that you can just totally clean up those edges. Okay, so that's the color of the outer V. I really like that color. I'm gonna blend that out in a minute, but yeah, that is gorgeous color. These colors are like amazing. All right, we're just gonna blend that out now. And then I think that this one is a matte shade. Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, that's like a really pretty like peachy color. What shade is that? That's the shade Flamingo. It's like a really pretty peach. So I'm gonna use that color actually as like the transition up top. I'm just gonna blend that like between the brow and that crease color that we use. So this is just gonna go kind of like right under the brow bone and just kind of blend it on top to transition and blend out any lines from that crease color. Yeah, that one's perfect. All right, let me move everything out of the way here, and I'm gonna use the Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen for my eyeliner today. Seriously guys, this is like the holy grail of all eyeliners. Like I told you guys in some of my previous videos, this has made winged eyeliner and eyeliner in general so fast, so easy. You guys have to grab one of these. I'm telling you, it is like eye-changing. So I like to go in with the thicker side first, and that's what I use to go over the lash line. And look at, if you guys can see, like that line is just put down so easily and just so like perfectly. It's insane. And I'm literally barely touching my eye with it. Then I flip it around to the other smaller side, which does a more like fine line. I'm just going to make the wing. And all I do is drag it out like that, and then seriously watch how it does it, like in one easy motion. And I just go back in and fill in any little gaps. And you have your like insanely perfect, insanely fast eye wing. Then I just go in and just touch up any little missing spots or anything like that. Okay guys, so we're gonna curl our lashes. I am using the good old Surratt eyelash curler. And then taking the Chanel Le Volume Day Chanel mascara, we are gonna use that on the top lashes. I still love this mascara so much, you guys. I have tried like other mascaras since using this one for the past, gosh, how long have I been using this? Like 5 months. Nothing can compare to this one, like at all. Like there's some other good ones that I've tried, but I just, like they're nothing compared to the Chanel one. It's so funny. Like this mascara is just crazy good. So finishing off the top part of our lashes, I'm gonna take the Marc Jacobs. This is the fine liner pencil. This is what I use to do the waterline of my lashes. It's the best for your waterline. I absolutely loved it. Again, tried so many products, and this one is just definitely my favorite. It just really gets in the lashes so well. It stays put all day long and just doesn't budge and just totally makes your lashes look thicker at the base. All right, so there we have the eyes. So far, I'm pretty sure this is where we stop and do like the face, and then we'll move on and do like the lower lashes and smudging out the lower line and all that stuff. So I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and just kind of lightly dust off any of those little sparkles that are just sparkling up my face here. And taking the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer, I'm going to use this to prime my face today. This comes out in like a little moussey tint, and it just really blurs pores really good. So I'm going to apply this to the T-zone. And then for foundation today, I'm taking the Clé de Peau, the Radiant Fluid Foundation, one of my absolute all-time favorite foundations. This just makes your skin look younger and flawless. And every time I wear this, I'm just like, oh, like such a good makeup day. So I love this foundation. I'm gonna use this one today. I think I used this before in a tutorial, but a bunch of people were asking me to show it again. So here we go. I'm just gonna dab this on. So that's the foundation. Seriously, such a perfect foundation, like literally worth every penny because it just makes your skin look so good. So now I'm gonna move on to brows. I'm gonna do those and I'll be right back. All right, so for concealer today, I'm gonna use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I've been into using this one lately again. It's the NW20. All right, taking my damp beauty blender, we're just gonna blend that out. And then because I already did my eyes, I'm going to go in with this angled concealer brush and just really get it up around my eye area without like messing any of that up. All right, concealer is done. So I'm gonna go back in with the MAC Espresso matte shade that I used in the crease, and I'm gonna smudge that along the lower lash line. And then finishing off the eyes, let's take the MAC Giga Black Lash Mascara and finish off those lower lashes. And this tube is almost gone. I can tell it's almost gone. I need to get some more. It's not as black and as like full as it usually makes my lashes. It is almost gone. All right, so to set the under eye today, I'm gonna use that Hourglass. This is that Hourglass palette. This shade, this middle shade, is the incandescent shade. And I used to use this all the time to set my under eye because it really brightens the under eye and just really makes your under eye look flawless. And I've just been pulling it out a little bit just to spice things up on that under eye area. You know how it goes, it just needs a little something different every now and then. So I've been using that again and I've been really liking it. It just, like I said, it just kind of like really brightens that area. And then taking the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, this is what I usually use to set my under eye. I am going to set the T-zone with this. Same brush, tap it off, and I'm just gonna go down the T-zone. All right, so we are almost done. Moving on to the Guerlain Terracotta Spray. This is the bronzing powder mist that I showed you guys that I'm absolutely in love with. This bronzer is amazing. So a lot of you guys said you wanted to see it in action, so I'm gonna use that today. I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna take the MAC 130 brush. I use this brush with all of my cream bronzers, so I'm assuming it's gonna work good with this type of bronzer too, because this just really kind of gets the product on there. And then I'm just going to take it and then like kind of distribute it where I want it. Then I'm gonna blend it in. So I will blend that in more in a minute, but I don't want this part to kind of dry on my skin. Like that little spray just did my entire face. Do you see that? Like you do not need much at all. And whenever I'm blending bronzer in, I always take it and I sweep it like up on the cheekbones. Like I kind of make like a little shape like this, because I just feel like it kind of carves out your cheekbones a little bit and it makes them not look so droopy. It kind of gives your cheeks like a lift. So I always do that with my bronzer just because I feel like it really does like push everything up. Same with like contouring, they just draw that line. And for me, I feel like it just pulls your face down. We don't want that. I want to push everything up. So I just kind of like really curve my bronzer and everything up like that. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and just go over that up here. Just really press it into the skin, and this just helps to blend that out even more. It just looks so natural, you guys. Like so insanely natural. Like you cannot tell that this is a bronzer sitting on my skin. Like up close even, it looks like there's nothing on my skin. All right, so for blush today, guys, I'm using the new MAC Cheek Pollen Blush. I showed you guys this in a haul video too. I freaking love this blush so much. It's like a gorgeous like peachy nude tan, and it's just one of those blushes that I love in the summer, especially because it just blends in with your bronzer like I was telling you guys, and just gives you the most like sun-kissed, like golden look. I absolutely love this. So we're just gonna take a little of that and just dab it onto the cheeks. Like, look at that blush. It is so gorgeous. All right, guys, highlight today. I have to do it. I have to use it again. The Tom Ford Shade Illuminate highlighter. I just can't get enough of this highlighter. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm just going to dab this onto the cheekbones. Like, I really can't stop using this highlighter. I just love it so much, and just what it does to your skin is just the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Okay, so let's finish this up with our lips. I'm gonna use the IT Cosmetics, the Your Lips But Better lip liner in the shade Buff Nude. This is one of my all-time favorite lip liners. It is much loved. All right, so then for lipstick today, I'm using this lipstick. I have not used this in forever, but it's such one of my favorites. It's like a go-to in the spring and summer, and I feel like this is kind of a springy look. So I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin lipstick. It's the Expert Lip Color in Ceridin, and it is the most gorgeous, like peachy spring color ever. So I'm just feeling this today. We're gonna go with this. All right, so I'm gonna add one more product, just a tiny little bit. I'm gonna use the Clé de Peau lip gloss in the shade number 1. This is that like iridescent nudie pink, and I'm just gonna use that just like right in the center of my lips. I really love that. What a good combo. This lip gloss with that lipstick, oh my God, so pretty. Okay guys, so that is the final look. I'll just give you a quick close-up look of everything, the eyes, lips, cheeks, all that good stuff. Loving this eye look. Wow, it actually came out really good, and I'm super impressed. Doing my eyes first, my God, I think I'm gonna do that all the time now. Okay guys, that wraps up this look. I hope you enjoyed. I can tell you guys, I love this palette so much. If you are on the fence about this palette, definitely check it out because you can do so many looks. I'm gonna be playing with this for so many days now, just doing all different looks. It is so gorgeous. And I think as long as you do your eyes first, foundation second, you are good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. It just helps my channel out so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.